let's get the obvious out of the way.
Wait, are we doing? Have we started?
No shit, Sherlock.
Okay. Wait, hold on. We need to explain though. We need to explain some of
Explain
them.
the obvious. Yeah.
Okay,
Honestly,
we don't need to
I
explain car though. We don't need to explain car.
Do we need to explain the car? Really?
Oh yeah, 4-shot laser pointer that gets insane aim assist values. If you can't use this gun, bro, just like go play Fortnite, please. I think alternator is
Alternator.
an S tier weapon. I
Yes,
think the
Yeah.
tapfire, but the 2-shot headshot potential, close range, like the gun. Literally, if you're not playing against like an aim assisted brawler player, you can just tap fire an AD strafe and you just can't die. Like it's
beats
one of the best guns in the game.
Yeah. True. Alright, Archer. I think we should just have a... I mean, you can't kill pilots with it, so it's like...
Yeah, so, I mean, it does
Charge
really good
rifle
damage, and it puts, like, good ghost pressure on Titans and shit, but I think it just can get deflected and dodged. So, honestly, maybe C tier, but it's C or B. I think either is valid. It's really good against Ogre Titans.
Yeah.
Charge rifle also exists, and a crit of that does almost as much damage.
Yeah.
You don't have to be, like, posing yourself.
Yeah, I think I'd go C tier on it. I think it's also, like, really good in, like, multiplayer modes against, like, AI.
Yeah.
And shit. So I think it's C tier. C or B.
If I could free shoot this shit, I would be using only the Archer, not just.
Oh,
that would be so
absolutely.
A mini EPG in every loadout, dude. That'd be fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be so hot. All right, DMR. Yeet.
Yes, here. Laser pointer, literally so good that I kill cheaters with it. Like, it's
Literally.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just a laser pointer, hit scan. I mean, with flick aim on mouse, bro, you just kill anything at any distance. It doesn't take any skill besides the ability to aim.
And then there's the charge rifle, which...
Best anti-Titan gun, best gun in the game.
Yeah.
It's the DMR that every class can have. Great damage to Titans, insta-kills pilots. It literally was made to goose pilots, bro.
Yeah.
There's no reason it should be one-shotting pilots.
No. Literally just a better Kraber in every way.
And there's a reason it's banned in pugs, let's just say that much. Fixed.
Fixed in pugs, yeah. Alright.
D tier.
Should we have an F tier?
I mean, it's just the worst P2016.
Should we have an F tier for this and the SMR?
Like an E and an F tier. But honestly, I think it's a D. Because if you get a headshot with it, right, the point of a sidearm is to be like a comfort swap too when you mag dump and leave them at 1 HP. So it's accurate, and it can do a lot of damage if you're accurate with it, but it just isn't as good, spammable as the P20. I think it's D tier, but I don't think it's worse than D tier. I think it just stays D.
Yeah, I think that's valid.
Create a tier for the SMR, just like.
Yeah, no, well, that's called the F tier.
No, just call it the SMR.
Oh. Cold War, I think belongs in B tier.
Yeah, low B probably.
Yeah, I think that's...
So, I mean, it's just, like, really good against ground lock pilots, decent damage to Titans, murders AI, like, it's good. But if you have good movement, you just don't die to it.
Yeah.
SMR is garbage.
SMR,
I think Devotion belongs in B.
Yeah. It's decent, and the hip fire is good.
Hipfire is good, really good insane TTK, good mag size. Like I can go on sprees with this thing pretty well.
Fair enough.
Double take. I think the double take's an A tier weapon.
I think it's a B tier weapon. I think it's more spammable. It's like the perfect mix between Kraber and DMR, where it's like more spammable, but it actually takes skill. I think it being projectile based nerfs it, and I think the fact that it's inconsistent because it's actually 3 projectiles also nerfs it a little bit. But I mean, I think it's a good weapon, but I don't think it's A tier.
There's 2 visible projectiles, and then there's a
there's an invisible
one in the middle.
Frothy proved it in a video. There's a Frothy video.
We fucking love misguiding, misinformation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
So it should actually be the take instead of the take. But
exactly.
Anyways, B tier.
I think EPG is B tier as well, for the same reason Cold War is. It's just functions differently.
Yeah, so like that, you think?
I'd say EPG is better.
I think double take is better than either of those, but
Eva's
A tier. A tier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really great on defense for holding points and in close quarter scenarios. Obviously, it has no range. but
Yeah,
it's still
the range is
like,
just like kind of dog shit, but
yeah,
I mean,
I still
it's
think
a hit scan cone,
It-
so
it also
Yeah,
has a pretty decent headshot multiplier.
yeah, no,
Mhm.
I think it's an A tier weapon for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Flatline.
Flatline's B tier.
Flatline B, top of B.
Yeah.
Like low B, high C. It's just like
Is this
kind of
mouse keyboard?
It's below Devo. I'd say. It's
None of
below
us play
Devo.
on controller, so
Overall.
yes, it's mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, this is just MNK. Yeah, I'd say Flatline's B tier. I mean, it's just like kind of a worse carbine, but it's fun. So I think the gun is fine the way it is.
Yeah.
Its sights are
G2 is
also
A tier. I think
weirdly
people
placed.
don't know that G2 is A tier because they can't aim, but the thing like shreds at all ranges. I mean, the fact that they didn't put any damage fall off on it besides the headshots is ridiculous. Just 3 shots at any range. You can move with this thing. You can camp with this thing.
It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any hip fire, but like you don't really need
but
it.
it doesn't need to. Like if
Yeah.
the whole point of the gun is to aim. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
absolutely.
or A tier, fuck.
A tier, yeah.
I would say it's below EVA just because EVA is like the best gun at what it does, and there's better precision weapons than the G2. I think the DMR and the charge rifle are better.
Yeah.
Hemlock's
Hemlock.
low B tier. I think Hemlock would honestly be
Probably.
higher tier if the hit registration in this game works, but Hemlock
Yeah.
is like the worst hit registration, and the fact that it doesn't one burst at any range without a headshot is just like, I mean, it's more
Yeah.
spammable than the G2.
To any
but
other
it's
hit
just
scan weapon.
I think
just
it's
worse.
overhated, to be honest.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not-
it's
it's a good weapon.
overhated, but like it's fine. It's just not good.
It's what a marksman rifle in Titanfall should be. Like it's not overly broken. It takes aim and it's not like a camping machine. It's like just a good ranged rifle. I think it is perfectly fine the way it is.
Yeah. All right, Kraber.
I think Kraber's C or B. I think it really just depends on your. I would put it on PC. I think it's a B tier gun. On console, it's C or D. But I think when you factor in the fact that you can flick with it on a mouse, I think makes it a lot better. I think you can put it in either tier and
C.
it's justifiable, but it's at the bottom of
Bottom of
whatever
B,
tier.
top of C.
Yeah, bottom of B, top of C.
I think it's C just because based on the amount of time it takes between kills to like
Yeah, that's
bolt
the
action and
biggest
get
thing.
around.
Yeah,
Chambers.
because I mean,
You also just lose.
chambering
with a car, you can kill like
4 people.
Yeah, you can
3
get,
or
like,
4 people in the same
2,
burst.
3,
And then
4
with a
people
Kraber,
is
if there's
max.
2 people and they're both shooting you at the same time, you
Yeah,
kill
it's
one and then you're dead.
Yeah. So L-Star is where like this being factored into it being for public matches and not like competitive matches comes into play, because against someone who knows lurch tech and like god tier movement, you just can't hit them with this thing. But it's not that hard to lead, especially against the average pub player. It shreds. I say it's a solid B tier, like on any map. Like the gun.
Love
I put it
can-
below Hemlock.
Yeah,
Really?
I'd say it's the worst B tier gun. I think you could justify it in C, but it's like it's a solid gun. It takes a lot of aim if they're moving, but if they are, you have to be very good or else you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
I think Mastiff is B tier. I think you could argue it being C
I think
tier.
Mastiff
has
needs its own meme tier. Like it's just
It's
Yeah.
No,
the hit
it's
range
like-
is just
so a lot
so
of people-
horrible.
No, it's dude. Once you learn, like, okay, occasionally this thing mistreats me. I will not lie. I have like a Gen 30 Mastiff, and occasionally I will ADS headshot someone at point blank 3 times, and it does 2 damage. The gun isn't always consistent, but once you learn the fact that the ADS tightens the spread and you know how to position with it, I think this gun obviously isn't as good as the EVA, but like it's just so good at what it does, which is just boom, instant kill, boom, instant kill. Like
yeah, it's a decent
I think the
shotgun,
amount-
but
it's also it's like chemistry with Gravstar is kind of ridiculous. Like I forgot to mention that with like SMR L-Star, but like I mean Mastiff is like the.
I mean
gun
this
I
is
think
just
about
a
when-
weapons by themselves tier list. It's
I
not
would
a
say,
Well, yeah,
if
I
you
know,
have
I'm
to
just saying,
pull in
like-
an ordinance to like assist it, that's I would say the top
It-
C tier just because it has that built-in
I
unreliability
won't
that you
defend
can't
it being
get
B
around.
tier. I would put it B tier in my tier list, but if we want to put it C, I think that's fine.
I think C is just the best because
Yeah.
like EVA exists.
That's
That is
fine.
so
Yeah,
much
the-
better.
the-
That's the truth.
Yeah.
the EVA just
M-
it just discounts this so much. Because
Yeah.
the EVA, you don't need to ADS. It's a hit scan gun.
Ozam.
It's
Yeah,
it's automatic.
Makes it better.
Yeah.
I think the Mastiff, if you're very good with it, like moves up a tier, but the problem is like you need to have insanely good movement. You need to not be playing against people who are head glitching with like SMGs. Like it's too situational of a gun, and even then it's not consistent. So
Yeah,
I would say
even
C
if you
tier.
have,
I think y'all convinced me. I think it's a C tier gun.
yeah,
I
and
love
I
it
mean,
though.
It's also map dependent as well.
yeah, it's map dependent like the Eva, but
Yeah.
also,
No, you can use Eva on any map, honestly. Like depending on how you're playing. Like Angel City, obviously, but like if you just grapple tech on Angel City, you can just fly towards people.
yeah,
Like I think
But even then,
oh sorry.
no, the DMR camper that you're always gonna find in Angel City is just gonna fuck you up at the same
yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's too situational, not consistent enough, and depends on the people you're playing against to not be awful people. So yeah, I think C tier is fine.
yeah. All right,
D, I don't
MGL.
care. It says, fuck that gun.
I think
Fuck
MGL
that gun.
C. I think it's
Hell
good
no.
against like AI and it's decent against Titans, but it's just a
I
worse
mean,
Thunderbolt.
it can help.
Damage.
It can help
The
with
archer
Yeah, the Archer exists, but I mean, it can help against smart core legions or
That's fair.
peaking ions and
I think the biggest
North
thing
Stars.
that the MGL has going for it is that you can shoot it over things and have it curve down.
Yeah,
Like there are a lot of times
Yeah.
where you, as a Titan, unless you're like Scorch, you just can't do anything because they're just MGLing you from an angle that you can't kill them back from.
yeah,
So
It's also pretty
I think it's
decent
C
damage.
tier, but I don't think it's above C tier. I think it's just a worse Thunderbolt in most scenarios.
All
yeah,
scenarios on.
yeah. It can live at the top of
That
C.
That
I
should
think
Against the
Mastiff is top of
Archer,
C.
yeah.
Yeah, it's worse than the Archer. P2016 is a B tier pistol. Like compared to all of the primary.
If it didn't no reg as much as it does, it would be an amazing gun. But
I mean, it has a really good headshot multiplier, very fast rate of fire. Like it's reliable, but I think the biggest issue it has is the fact that it's just a sidearm and therefore a worse version of the G2.
I think we
And,
need
like,
to. I think we need to just
like,
have like
Sights are
a
terrible.
yeah, the
yeah.
sights are bad. I think it goes B tier.
I think
it's a B
I'm
tier.
gonna make a secondary tier, and we can just put them all there in like order of how good they are, because they're not like if you're just using the pistols, they're not gonna be as good as like basically any primary.
It is absolutely fucking disgusting though, the shit you can pull with that gun. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I don't know
yeah.
if there's an objectively best secondary weapon.
It's the
I
raid,
think-
not the wingman.
not
No,
not the
I think
wingman.
it's so if you're talking about like pure stats, it's the P20. But I think the idea of a secondary is to be like a pull out at the last second, spammable final shot for the kill gun, which I think the Re does the best. But I think that either of them is like a very valid choice.
Mm-hmm. All right, R101, S tier.
Just
Just
S
tier
tier.
up. I fucking care. But that shit
Insane
was
hip fire, insane ADS, good range. If you know how to
Yeah.
tap fire this thing, it's like a better marksman rifle than the G2.
And I mean, it
The
also
only reason
has.
it's not.
It's
Yeah,
a better
the only
marksman
reason-
rifle than a Hemlock. If you know.
The
how
only
to
reason
fire
it's not better than the car is because its hip fire is shit after the first 5 bullets. It's the only
it.
better than the car.
Yeah.
Only reason.
Yeah. So.
And then there's
I think
R2, which I think the R2
I
is
think
A
it's
tier.
So
Put
I
that
think
above the Evil.
R1 is R2 is if the R1 was balanced. I think on roller it doesn't really make a difference because it just locks on. Like it doesn't matter.
No, the R1 is significantly better on roller.
Would
Really?
you put it above?
Yeah.
Would you put
Played
the
on roller.
R2
Okay,
above
well, I'm.
G2?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I think R1 goes behind G2, or at least behind Eva. I think the Eva is a better weapon than the R2.
Yeah, but the
I think
R2 has
G2 is also a
range.
better
Really?
weapon.
The R2 has range
I
compared
would-
to the Eva.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
has
matter,
range,
it's a
but we're
movement
talking
shooter, you
about
can
like
close the
how
range.
good these guns are at what they do. Like obviously, all of these guns are better than the Eva at range because all of them don't cap out like the Eva does. But the Eva is just such a good gun, especially if you have good movement and positioning. Like, okay,
Yeah.
actually, okay, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, not because I think it's the better gun, but because I think it like performs better in pubs based off of how people play and like the
What about
average player.
G2 though?
I think G2 is fine where it is.
G2 is definitely fine where it is. I think G2.
Fine.
Yeah.
G2 is just a
You
great
don't-
precision marksman rifle.
You don't put that above the R2, but it's honestly.
The
you
Eva
can
and the
switch these
G2
up.
are basically just.
You switch them based on the map. Switch them based on the map.
Yeah.
Alright, R9.
R9 is A tier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
Arna.
Really
Probably the-
reliable
it's probably the
SMG,
best
besides the
A-tier
fact that
weapon.
no regs.
Yeah. Besides, it's a laser beam, except it no regs every 3 shots.
Dude, yeah, no. I mean, the hit registration on it is ass. It has like the worst ADS of any of the. Oh, okay, no, the alternator exists, but some of the worst ADS of any of the SMGs. So it's definitely not as good as the car, but or the alternator, but it's like still a very solid gun in my opinion.
Yeah, and then the re
Yeah,
goes in the secondary tier, but it's.
I think you can swap the re in P2016, but
It's the best panic weapon.
Yeah, I'd say it's the best panic weapon.
It's literally just a mini SMG, and it has a scope, or it has a red dot. So
I think the softball belongs in the same tier as the SMR. I think the problem with the softball is that its fuse time is so long. Like, and keep in mind, so long is like less than a second. But the problem is like in the time that I stick somebody with this gun, and between that and it exploding, they can kill me with an SMG. I forgot to clip it, but it happened on Relic. Like 2 sessions ago, where I stuck a guy with the softball, and then he just shot me to death with a Volt, and then he exploded.
Like, I mean, the bigger thing is they have time to phase shift out of it.
Yeah, they have time to phase shift. Also, the fact that it has 2 chances to no reg is just absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know.
Put it in D. Putting it with the SMR is kind of
actually,
a
little too low. It's way better against. People don't know that amped softball fucking shreds Titans, and like
absolutely.
Softball is just so spammable. So I think I disagree with my past self. Yeah, I think softball's D tier, but it's not.
Another problem is that I think
and everyone who uses it.
Fire.
80 bullet mag laser.
Actually, let me just
very good damage fall off.
Yeah, dude. I don't know who thought that this was a good idea.
Evidently, someone at Respawn.
It also benefits insanely from aim assist.
Yeah, no. It's like
crazy aim assist.
That benefits the most from it.
Yeah. They saw the launch devotion and thought, yeah, let's make another one, but even better.
Like, what if we make this one even worse? Like, what? Yeah, no. Thunderbolt B tier.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say top of B. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely minus charge rifle the like best anti-Titan weapon.
I think it's the best anti-Titan weapon in terms of like pilot survivability and pure damage, but it as a well-rounded weapon, charge rifle's better. But like if I fire a Thunderbolt shot and instantly like peek out of a corner afterwards, I'm not going to die. Whereas if I have to charge the charge rifle, peek a little bit so I can aim up the shot, and then have to shoot and then hide, you're
gonna get laser shot.
Vulnerable for longer. So
the charge rifle's up there because it can one-shot pilots.
No, exactly. Yeah. It's just the best.
If it wasn't able to one-shot pilots, it wouldn't be S tier.
No,
exactly.
Not at all.
That'd be probably B, honestly. Same as Thunderbolt.
I think the Volt is above. I would say it's better than the R2.
That's where I would put it.
It's better than the R2.
I think it's better than the R2.
It's the worst.
It has better accuracy.
I think the thing that makes or breaks this gun is really what platform you're playing on, like what ordering it goes. Because on console, obviously, it's gonna go to the aim-assisted AR that you're head glitching with. But on PC, like if you can just like tap strafe and hip fire people with this thing, it just kills them so fast they don't even know it hit them.
I mean,
it really just depends on the platform.
It also has insane recoil, like basically none.
Yeah,
it's a fucking laser beam.
It's the car, but worse.
Yeah, it just does less damage than the car, and it's
just don't bring up one.
Firing, less damage car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Wingman Elite is B tier. So let me explain myself.
Better than Mastiff for sure.
So perfect accuracy, one-shot headshot at up to medium range. Sure, it's projectile, and yes, it's hard to use, but once you get the projectile speed, like, if I didn't enjoy the Kraber or the Kraber wasn't in this game, like, it would just be the gun I used.
Also,
like,
one-shot headshotting.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
Like, I think another reason that it's so good is it's the reason you see it get used by, like, all the, like, sweats, like it's the reason it's their favorite projectile gun is that it just has perfect hip fire and you can just do movement shit with it and not have to ADS or line up anything. Like it's also very spammable. Like the amount of times I've died to people who don't know what they're doing with the gun, but they just like left click until they get a headshot is ridiculous. So I think if it couldn't one-shot headshot, it wouldn't belong in B tier, but I think that alone, like one-shot headshot, perfect accuracy, sure it's projectile, but just learn to lead it.
Also,
I'd say it's better than
Ricochet.
Cold War at minimum. I mean, Ricochet
Yeah,
is
I would say it's
light
better than.
mod.
I would say it's honestly the best primary in B tier. I think it's better than all of them.
It's fair.
Yeah, I
think
think
Mozam is
double
also
take?
B tier. I think the
Better
Mozam
than
is
double
just a
take?
more.
Double take has shit hipfire accuracy, so I'd probably put the
Yeah.
hip
No,
wingman.
it has the best no scope accuracy of any sniper rifle, but
Yeah, but that doesn't
it's
make
not
it good.
arguing that it's
Wingman.
better than the Wingman Elite. I think the Wingman Elite is
Yeah.
better, but I think that it does have really good hipfire.
Mm-hmm. And then
I think
the
Mozam is just a
Mozam.
better. Mozam is a better Mastiff. It's just more reliable. I
Yeah.
mean, you can one. I think it's a B tier.
Bottom of B.
Yeah.
I think it's above. No, it's below L star. But I mean, it still has the one shot potential, just like far less so, and it just higher rate of fire. Reloads really fast. I think it's just better than the Mastiff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
And I honestly, I think this is perfect.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, the shit fire probably should go another tier above everything else. In all honesty, though, but
Dude, I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put that in the game.
I would maintain that if this was my list, R1 would not be an S tier; it would be in the top of A. But
Why?
You're
Fair enough, I
still
guess.
wrong.
Fair
We don't
enough,
need
I
to have
guess.
this debate for the 4,000th time.
it just gets overshadowed by car and alternator.
Well,
I
sure,
don't
but
think
like, no, it's better than the alternator. It's
I
better
think
than the
it's
alternator.
Alternator. Should we do a quick little pug list where we put everything in F and then just
Projectile guns in F tier, and we put the fucking all the hit scan weapons in B or above.
yeah.
It's like, okay, so we just move every projectile weapon that isn't Kraber to SMR tier, and then we just put the Kraber in D tier, and then go from there.
But why
Yeah.
would we put why would we put Crabber in D and not have Wingman Elite there too?
Because
the
the
Wingman
Kraber
Elite
is
one shot.
yeah. So the thing with pugs is that it's 125 HP.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah,
just like the Wingman Elite's range problem gets even worse when you're like 4-shotting at range instead of 3-shotting. Like it's just infinitely worse. Yeah, so
Yeah, that works.
Yep. So alternator and use.
Where is the? There we go. And
alternator is the first one.
Oh yeah. For all of you who have never been shot at by 600 bolts at once, I fucking envy you. Like I truly envy you.
You can just
It is a miserable
Wait, why'd you put
experience.
Spitfire and don't?
because don't.
It's a good question. I don't know why. I think it's a gentleman's rule or some shit. I genuinely have no idea why they did it.
Well, yeah, it's because everyone is
You know,
everyone is
It's just
not
everyone
gay.
plays Pugs is good at the game, so they don't need to use it.
Yeah.
Also, probably because it has less than ideal hip fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to head glitch with the Spitfire and a Pug and see how that
You
goes.
would get.
they would call you out for throwing and then instantly kick you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every projectile weapon.
I can go in maybe. Maybe as
Man,
well.
you're gonna be using the.
I think
You're gonna
R9
be using the RE. You're gonna be using the RE 10 times out of 10. So.
Yeah. We can just.
No,
Maybe-
no, there are definitely people that use P2016.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
one of them,
Yet to
but
be one.
there we
Yeah,
go. I think that's.
Pug stealers, guys. All right, we should do tacticals next.
Tacticals?
I think this is the most interesting one to do because there's so many people that don't know how the game works.
Here, let me go fish for it. Actually, let's do Titans first.
Titans.
Well, you can just press the
alright.
search button and then Titanfall 2, and then there's tacticals is like one of the first one.
I guess we're the
Titans
Titans.
first. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, so
put Monarch in S tier real quick.
best Titan in the game.
We can just do a
Monarch.
Monarch tier. This is for pubs,
so the
by
thing
the
with
way.
Monarch
For
is that it
pubs.
would be a perfectly balanced Titan if Arc Rounds weren't in the game. Arc Rounds just counter every Titan's kit, and it just does way too much damage. Legion B tier, it's really slow and gets countered by Ion and like other Titans in certain situations, but
Yeah.
it kills
Best
pilots
core in
so
the game.
well. Insane amounts of damage if not dealt with properly, and Smart Core is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Also, just
Like-
shuts down Monarch. Will eat your Monarch for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
But- Yeah, not enough people play Legion to justify
Yeah,
Monarch.
I
being-
think also just people don't know how to position with it.
I mean,
Like,
it's
putting up
literally
against
just
abilities.
gun the Titan.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's what it's advertised as. Yeah, I think it stays B
Yeah.
tier.
B tier is good.
I think North Star is low S. Insane burst
Fun with it.
damage, kills pilots super well with its gun and cluster missile. Tether trap literally changes games. Flight core kind of sucks, which is what kind of puts it at low S. But
It does a reasonable amount of damage, but it's kind of easy to dodge
it's
or
easy to
counter
dodge,
with
easy to
most
counter.
Titan abilities. Yeah.
I think if you had more control over your flight and like could go higher or lower,
Yeah.
maybe it'd be a better core. But it's just like you can literally hide behind like certain buildings and they can see you
Yeah.
but can't hit you. Like it's
Yeah.
Hyper Thruster be included in the kit for that old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scorch.
Scorch D. I don't care what any of you people
Scorch
say.
is bad.
Yeah.
Scorch just.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying to Scorch. Let me just walk backwards and shoot it. It's literally like
Yeah.
Zombie the Titan. Like, does
Yeah.
anyone know how to position in this game? Like,
D without tempered plating, C with tempered plating.
yeah, I think that's fair.
That's
but
bad. That's fair.
it can hold down certain angles
yeah.
well, and if you can aim the thermite launcher against like really good pilots, it's decent. So like D for most people that play it, C for like some of the others. But I think the only way you're getting insane streaks with this thing is if A, the people you're playing against are stupid, or B, they get unlucky. Like there's just
Yeah.
it makes it
Like,
alright.
Scorch with 3-speed. I would fucking love that.
Respawn!
3-speed top bets. I don't care.
Respawn! Make Scorch a 3-speed and you can have my soul!
Please respawn, please.
Yeah, Ronin's S tier. Insane burst damage, survivability.
Oh, not above
like,
Ion. Not above Ion.
Yeah.
No, not above Ion. But
Vortex
insane.
field.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
true.
That it can 1v1 Scorch and win if you're actually good at it is like the problem. Like Sword
Well, I mean,
Walk is
Ronin-
one of.
Ro-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Ronin hard counter Scorch because he has a shotgun. You just space properly and press your dodge
Yeah,
button to dodge.
exactly.
Thermite
Sword Block
launcher.
is one of the most absurd abilities in the game, especially when you counter in the fact that it blocks 90% of damage when you're in Sword Core. Sword Core is really good if you know how to time melees well and don't just get melee spaced like an idiot. It's I mean all around
Also,
like
the dash
everything in
benefit you
its
get.
kit.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to do an ability
Yeah,
of like every or a
yeah,
tier list of like every ability in the game, like
Sword Block's
everything
the
in Ronin's kit would be A plus.
Yeah, and I mean,
Everything about
he
the
can literally have 4 dashes.
Yeah, I mean it's on another level for sure.
And its
How much-
core gives you like really fast refresh on
Mhm.
dash.
Yeah, exactly.
How much didn't you do the math for how much health he would have if he just held up Sword Block for the entire game?
If without core, it's more than an ogre, and with core, it's more than an ogre by 2,000 health.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have constant sword core, but
No, yeah,
I mean,
but having more health than an ogre by holding a single button as a
ridiculous.
3-speed Titan, or as a Strider Titan, is insane.
Technically, he's a 4-speed if anything, because a phase dash. The
Yeah.
easiest Titan to play in the game.
Yeah.
Purely
Yeah.
instant forgiveness, mistakes mean nothing to you. You just press your Q button and phase dash away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not
It's absurd.
and you can
Tone is
just
the
hold
only A
block,
tier
so-
Titan.
Yeah. I'd say it's A tier against Titans, S tier against
Tier against
pilots.
Yeah, so it's like
Pilots,
as an
yeah.
early drop, it's like probably the best
Fucking
early drop
disgusting.
Titan in the game.
Wall hacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, wall hack.
Wall hacks, one shot from any distance.
The
Insane
rockets,
burst
if
damage.
you actually know how to curve the rockets, are
Insane burst. Yeah.
You literally just look up and behind you, and then they curve.
well. Sometimes you have to do it at
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
angles,
But like most of the
But,
time,
like-
it's up and behind you.
like if you're like a top 1 percentile tone player, it's a skillful thing.
Yeah.
But
There's a. Go ahead.
yeah, I think it's like the epitome of like a really easy but balanced Titan. Like
Yeah.
it's
And
it
the
gets
people-
hard
the people who,
by like everything in S tier if you're actually good at the Titans in S tier.
Annoying,
because-
yeah, but
Yeah, annoying, but it's definitely like not broken. So I think
Yeah.
if you complain about this, you're bad.
fun,
Yes.
fun little tone tech here. But if you melee while your rocket, like your rocket pod is out, but they aren't meleeing, but they aren't actually like firing, your rocket pod gets stuck over your shoulder. So like on their screen, so your Ion, you're fighting, just will hold up their vortex shield because you're It just looks like you're about to fire their rockets and you just drain their energy.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is ridiculous. Thank you for sharing that
We love
information.
Krabby, go fuck yourself.
All right. Now we should do. I
love
think
you,
we
boy.
should do tacticals next.
Tacticals.
Oh yeah.
All
Pulse
right.
Blade S.
Yeah, pulse blade, wall hacks, one-shot knife. Like people,
Damn.
I mean, just because it's cool doesn't mean it's not broken. I mean, there's a reason it's banned
Yeah.
in competitive play. It's just insane.
I'm banned?
Pulse Blade, that's fair.
Yeah, pulse blade is
Yeah,
actually
it's banned.
it's banned in Pugs. I mean, the fact that you can hold down
Yeah.
any point like with literally a cheat, like wall hacks,
Yeah.
a cheat that people actively try to
Yeah.
get, like.
Which
just
is, it's
ridiculous.
also the same
for
reason.
the entire team too.
Yeah.
Like
And that's another reason Tone is the most played Titan in Pugs. You have huge area of wall hacks.
Oh yeah.
And probably the only reason it's not banned is because it's a fucking Titan.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not gonna have that all the game. You just play Power Cell, fucking Pulse Blade. You can pull the flag so easily.
Tactical.
Yeah.
Yeah, tactical
Tactical.
on Pulse Blade just makes it insane.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
that thing is disgusting. It
That's how
definitely
I run
stays.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ditto's
exactly.
a Pulse Blade man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ditto knows how busted this is.
Alright.
AWOL is such a
AWOL.
hard thing to put into a tier because I think it should just not be in the game. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, so it's so hard to tier out because, like, sure, it doesn't give you an insane speed boost, but like, I mean, there's a reason that you can't use it with a hit scan weapon in Pugs because it's like it's so good that you just, I mean, dude, you just
It's area denial.
insta kill.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
really-
area denial.
And I think
Yeah,
the
you-
biggest thing that makes it so broken is it has so much HP. Like a Titan can mag dump it and it'll live. Like that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It's about
Yeah.
1200 health.
It's a
Yeah.
hard cover, except better, and you can get it more often.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, with
What's the point of
tactical in the
hardcover?
game, it's just broken. So
It's
I
a meme
think
ability.
I think it's
But-
low S, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Fair.
Cloak
Maybe
is
higher
If this was
Cloak
not a
is A
movement
tier.
shooter.
It's great for Titan
Oh.
survivability. It lowers the
I
reaction
disagree.
time of the people shooting at you. But sure, it's not as like useful as stim or grapple. But I mean, I think it's a good. I think it's just
Cloak
a good
is-
Titan counter.
Cloak is B. That's the only reason Cloak is even good in the first place, just because Cloak satchels. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's A tier. I think if you're good enough at the movement, like you go so fast, like sure, obviously stim and grapple are better, but it's just
I think
I mean there's a reason it's used in like old GOAT tier like GLD pugs is like those players knew that Cloak. I mean, I think the biggest thing. I'm sorry, I'm tripping.
I think-
I think the biggest thing that people underrate about it is like even if you're very good at seeing it, it's still like that half a second or like fraction of a second that it takes longer to see you because you're cloaked wins you gunfights.
Yeah, like
And,
the
I'd
And
say
the Titan
also-
survivability.
yeah.
Also
That's-
on like certain maps like Angel City, like there are just certain areas or like any of the maps with bad bloom like Rise or Glitch, like if you don't have a mod,
Yeah.
you cannot
It's map
see the
dependent.
person that is cloak ejected.
It's map dependent, I'd say, which honestly,
I think it's low A
the
tier. I
maps-
think it deserves to be A tier. I think you guys
the maps
underrate
would
it.
push it to the bottom of A. Honestly, if on like Angel, like you said, bright maps, bottom of A for sure. But on
Yeah,
places
I
like
think
Dry
we
Dock or
just-
shit, there's why Cloak.
I think we leave it A, but
Yeah.
you can put a B. I won't
And I
be
mean,
mad about it.
the thing with Cloak is, it basically just gives you another half a second where people will like double take at you, just like, is that a cloak? And then they'll start shooting at
Yeah.
you instead of like
Yeah.
them just straight up seeing a pilot. And you don't have the outline around you, so it makes it just like a little better. But I think in general it's B tier because the cooldown time is quite long, and you just instantly start cooldown if you shoot, which I think is balanced. I think that's fine, but in general, I think it's
the
B tier.
epitome of like a balanced ability. I think
Tactical, yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
A tier because I think honestly you're gonna hear one of the hottest takes of all time when we get to Hollow Pilot. But I think we'll see. I think we'll leave it A. We'll leave it B tier for now. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Grapple's S tier. Best
Yeah.
S tier.
Yeah.
I mean,
Best ability.
literally, grapple capping breaks the hit registration. just
Yeah.
moves you from
Of
one
movement
point of
in
the
the
map
game.
to another.
Yeah.
It's
Superchargers.
If you see movement guides for the game, half of them are about
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's, I mean, it's just
grapple is easier than pulse blade. I gotta be completely honest at this point.
yeah. I
People
mean,
who
grapple,
struggle
like
with
at least with
grapple,
Pulse Blade, you have to aim.
it's
Oh, pulse blade is. I mean, grapple is just easy.
Yeah.
yeah. Don't use it.
A pulse blade is a projectile. You have to aim it. Grapple is like
Yeah.
just 5 minutes into learning how to break the physics engine, and you just win.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think the real
Also-
reason, like a lot of people, I think if
They're too lazy to
if
learn.
you need any reason for this to be S tier, it's not that it moves you across the map. It's not that it breaks CTF. It's that it breaks hit registration. Like you just if you go a certain speed, you are just unhittable. I think that's
Yeah.
not only underhated but underappreciated and like how broken that is.
Mhm.
I think
If
it's
you use grapple, please fucking learn how to slingshot. Don't just pull yourself to a wall. Spend 5
Yeah.
minutes on Blackwater Canal, learning how to slingshot, and look up.
Like
You
literally
comment on the
one
video, and I'll
one
give you
of
the move
any
to understand it.
yeah
immediately.
one of
yeah.
any of the probably thousands of videos about how to slingshot in Titanfall 2. Like
Yeah.
just look it up. Moki Sniper has a good video on it. I'm sure Zweek has a video on it. Like just
Tweak does not.
no, but it just like it's not hard. Just learn how to do it. Anyways,
I mean,
Yeah,
there also there is one thing that people actually don't ever touch on when on a grapple guide. I was telling Nether about this earlier, but if you hold the directional key opposite to the one you were holding when you started the slingshot, when you're about perpendicular to your grapple point, it adds another 10 kilometers per hour onto your slingshot for absolutely free.
Yeah, no,
It's kind of hard to understand. I can explain it later. I hope it's busted. Stim is what are we at? Holopilot A.
Holopilot. So you are all going to need to hear me out before you laugh at me.
I've heard you out. I've heard you out.
So Frothy Omen in his like tier list of everything, his like final one, made a very good point about this tactical that I think like is ignored, and it's the fact that if it's used properly, it is like it's the same thing that I said about Cloak. It's like just the added like half second, quarter of a second that someone shoots at a holopilot, looks at a holopilot, like that wins you the gunfight every single time unless you suck. Like
Honestly,
if you
I
know
think it's
how to
A.
use a holopilot and you can like, make your holos go where they need to, know how to position them, know when to use them, know when to not just waste them by throwing them and just dying. I think that I think it's like actually good tactical. Obviously, there is no doubt that it is overshadowed by every other tactical by nature of just not giving you an insane advantage. But I think it's good. I think I would
Wasn't
put it in
it
B
tank
tier and I'd
melee
move
as well?
Cloak to A tier. But
I think what's funny about Holopilot is it kind of punishes you for being better at the game, like other people, because when you get better at the game, your reaction speed to like seeing the player model of an enemy pilot is so like gets so small that you immediately turn to shoot at it. You don't question, is this a Holopilot? You're just, this is a thing on my screen. I will immediately shoot at it.
Yeah. I
So
think
the better
this
at the
thing,
game you are, the more you suffer from someone using Holopilot.
yeah, I mean not necessarily, because I think there's also ways to tell what is and isn't a holopilot. If I'm not mistaken,
But-
they're actually a shade different.
yeah, but the issue is it's movement and it's the color of the enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
your
agree.
brain
So
doesn't
I
work
think
that
it's
way.
good. I think we put it in B and put Cloak in A. But I think I think that this is fine if you want. So I think it's a tier below Cloak. So I think if you're gonna be insistent on putting Cloak in B, then put Hollow in C. But in my opinion, they both go up a tier. Like I think
Another thing about holopilots is that aim assist doesn't lock onto the holopilot. So if you're on controller, you just swipe your fucking crosshair over.
Yeah, that's true.
Aim assist.
So I guess on like console it's like C or D, but yeah, I think on PC it's like a B tier tactical.
Doesn't it also tank
Yes.
tank melee hits?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So with it, you can tank a satchel with it.
What?
Yep. So you can satchel boost really easily with holopilot.
That's crazy.
Phase shift is A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the issue with phase shift, not being S tier is by just like the nature of the fact that this game has horrible netcode now more than ever.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times I will phase shift and then die a second later and then watch the kill cam and I didn't even move my wrist to start phase shifting on their screen, but on my screen I was in a different dimension for like half a second. Puts it in A tier on like a LAN server in a better optimized game. This would be an S tier ability, especially considering you can reload and cook frags in it and regen health. But I think it's A tier just because the hit reg in this game is terrible.
Another thing is it takes 0.5 of a second to start it, and so
yeah,
you have 0.5 of a second to die.
Whereas like cloak is instant, stim is instant, grapple is instant, pulse blade's instant. So or not instant. I mean you have to throw it, but like I do agree.
And
I think it's
takes
an A
like
tier.
a couple flickers before you go into it.
Yeah, but even still.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like the time to kill is so low. Like in this time that you like press that, I mean you can die to a charge rifle, you can die to like a DMR headshot, you can have the last bullet hit you, like not even due to bad hit reg, just like actually get legitimately killed. So I think that puts it in A tier. But I mean also
it's also pretty predictable.
Yeah, it's also very predictable. But I mean, these are all like very small downsides to the fact that you just get a jail out of free card every like 20 seconds.
Yeah, so like,
I would say
I have some input on that one. Because you might say it's predictable. Some people learn how to use it in such a way that they go directly opposite to where you think they're going.
Yeah, I mean, good positioning.
I mean, yeah, but those people are gonna be using stim anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, and alas, we have stim. Stim is
stim.
Yeah, 3-gen.
I
speed
hope I
boost.
don't. Yeah, lurch tech
with tactical.
Probably its biggest implication.
Dude, I mean the fact that like this ability like makes also like going back to the weapon tier list, like this ability makes so many guns viable that shouldn't be. Like it makes the Kraber infinitely better, it makes the Mastiff infinitely better, it makes the Mozambique infinitely better, it makes L-Star infinitely better. Like the fact that I can move so fast that they can't hit me unless they're on roller and like or absurdly good and just like shred someone with an L-Star is just so beautiful.
If Stim was a person, I would marry it.
Sorry, what'd you say, Nathan? You kind of.
If Stim was a person, I would marry him.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yep. 80 strafe of death is another just thing.
Yeah.
80 strafe of death. You know, on PC for sure. I think it's just like
the funny circle bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so much tech with it. Stim strafe ejecting, like that's another thing. Like the fact that you can just fly across the map by holding one of the left two movement keys and looking in that direction is ridiculous.
Yeah, circling back to lurch tech real quick. So the reason grapple isn't really used with it is because with stim gives you a stronger lurch just due to the nature of air velocity and how the
air acceleration
functions. It doesn't increase your air acceleration. It's since you're moving faster. And it gives you your sprint speed. It increases your sprint speed, and lurch is tied to your sprint speed.
Yeah.
Grapple doesn't do that, and you're going to be losing infinitely more speed from a grapple like 180 than you would from a stim 180s, I guess.
Yeah, so I think especially like when it comes to advanced movement tech, like the stim just does it. Like stim is better with like wall crouches, I think they're called.
Crouch kicks.
Crouch kicks, my bad. Crouch kicks, like lurch tech. Yeah, I think stim is like honestly the best tactical in the game. Like sure pulse blade is like more broken, but I think even if pulse blade
versatility
banned in pugs, I think the versatility is like even if it wasn't banned in pugs, it would just be insane.
I think it's grapple and stim in my opinion. Yeah, these two are interchangeable just because of the versatility of both of them. And then pulse blade, I agree. I believe that it is a tier above.
And then grapple is the best period if you're
I would say
any CTF.
Yeah.
I would say grapple is consistently ahead of stim just by the nature of it having 2 charges instead of 1.
Yeah, it's lower cooldown does help, but like tactical is just like a thing that exists. I think that tactical kind of negates both of their cooldowns with like the car SMG in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, I think they're both S tier, and I think saying either one is better isn't like a bad take, but I would say stim is more versatile.
They both have like insane versatility.
from my perspective, both grapple and stim are equally broken, and I would actually call them superior to pulse blade simply because people with them tend to fucking destroy me.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing with
the reason you don't see comp players using pulse blade is because it's banned. Like
It's wall hacks.
Everybody
Yeah.
would be on pulse blade. Every single.
no, there would be one or
denied.
there would be one or two people with pulse blade, and they would just have the entire map pulse bladed, and then everybody
the
else
whole
would have
team
movement
not be on
abilities.
pulse blade.
Yeah.
That part doesn't make sense. You'd
No.
have no.
That's fair.
You'd have no way to
yeah,
pull.
You only need one or two on pulse
you need
blade to
one.
like have consistent area denial.
Mm-hmm.
You can also throw it at spawns. You kill whole team, pulse blade the spawns. They can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They're
Like,
free
I
of
think
quality
if we're
life.
going into theoreticals, I think that if Pulse Blade wasn't banned in Pugs, you would still have like one stim and or one grapple user, especially if grapple camping wasn't banned.
Yeah.
But I think that like overall, Pulse Blade just like with a competent team breaks the game. Like, imagine if our 6-stack just all equipped Pulse Blade. Like, no more fun for the enemy team.
Yeah.
So
It'd be an
That
infinite
is
call, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't imagine that situation. It would be horrible.
So
Yeah,
I
it's not.
think
Absolutely.
I think that it's like theoretically the most broken one, but I'd rather use stim any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It would
I'm a fucking lurch monkey. As
All
I'm a
yeah,
stim boy.
I'm
Yeah.
only on stim. Yeah.
right.
Stim.
Oh boy.
Map tier
That-
list.
Okay, make a D and an E tier because that is a very important.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
very
Yeah.
important for map tier list because I think that there's like multiple maps in every tier,
Mm-hmm.
or at least like one map in every tier.
Yeah.
And make a who the fuck plays this shit for the Coliseum map.
Me, I'm the fuck plays this thing. I play it
I have
occasionally.
not played Coliseum in so long.
North Star one-shot wingman servers.
Oh my god. Yes! Sticks and Stones, dude. That shit is so fun.
Sticks and stones.
Alright, whatever. That's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, that's good.
Angel City, so I think Angel City is like the biggest, like we were talking earlier about like theoretical versus like reality.
Cool.
The theory of Angel City is that it's the most fun map to move on besides Glitch, and it has like it looks great and it plays great if you're not a prick, but the problem is that the DMR, the G2, the Spitfire, aim assisted controller, and ARs are in the game. So it's
And Bloom.
And
I
Bloom,
think
yeah.
Angel City is like either the most fun map or the least fun map for me.
Yeah.
That is
Also
fair.
with Charge Rifle in the game. So I think it's
yeah.
A tier. I still love it, but
Yeah.
it's growing.
I agree
on
with
me
A tier.
as, like,
It can-
PvP lobbies get
It could either be an S tier map or an F tier map.
Yeah. Also, one thing that I love about Angel City that I think isn't appreciated enough is that it both rewards like good Titan and pilot gameplay. Like it's harder to kill pilots on that map if you suck, but if you like know what
Yeah.
you're doing, it's like it's both easier and harder. It's like kind of hard to describe. It's like a better
I
colony.
will say it has
Yeah.
one of the most disgusting spawn traps I think I've seen in an FPS game. I don't
Oh.
know the callouts for it, but it's the one to the right of Star Building.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, is it worse? I've never seen that spawn. Or at least I haven't seen. That
I abuse that every single time. I feel like being a shitter. It's
I think
disgusting.
the two worst spawns in the game, I don't think it's even debatable, are the back spawn on Dry Dock and the tubes
definitely.
on Rise.
Those
Yeah.
are definitely the worst, but the spawn trap on Angel City is still disgusting. It shouldn't be.
You'll have to teach me this tech, not because I'll ever use it, but because I just actually don't even know what you're talking about, and I have 3,000 hours, so that's embarrassing.
Fair enough. So you know like the docks, like the docks area of the map.
Yeah.
Facing the Star Building, it's the spawn trap. South.
To the left.
Yeah, it's down and to the left. It's
that
that one.
okay.
Yeah.
I've never been spawn trapped in there, like ever.
Oh, you're lucky.
But
yeah, it's stupid. It's disgusting.
oh wow, I didn't even know. Okay, that's fucking weird. Okay, cool.
I'll take you through it sometime. It's bad. It's bad.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Blackwater Canal.
Blackwater's B tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a little roof campy, and it's like kind of just a worse version of Angel City. But
Funny. It's the
like,
funniest CTF map in the game because there's only 3 caps.
It is the funniest CTF map in the game, but I think.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah.
I think the biggest thing that is enjoyable about this map is that there's no like broken camping spot.
Yeah, because
like,
I mean, even on the tower, you get fucked in the ass because you're.
So I think the reason that's so good is the only part of the map that like can view the rest of the map is visible to the entire map.
Yeah.
So like, you just can't camp on it as well as you can on like, I don't know, an Angel City or something like that. So
Colony or stuff like that.
I think it's the best. It's not the best. It's a good mix of like mid to long range combat. It's really fun for Kraber. So yeah, I think it's B tier.
All right,
Boomtown.
Boomtown.
A minimum.
I think Boomtown has grown on me. I think Boomtown's
I
A
would
tier.
put it in S personally.
I agree with
So
I agree with
I
the S
think-
tier.
So actually, how about we do it like this? We make a glitch tier above S, and then we put Boomtown in it.
Yeah,
I think
I
so.
agree. Yeah, that's fair.
So
I really
think-
dislike
but-
Boomtown.
Really?
It's just got such
I think
weird
the-
like ground geometry.
No,
That's
I think
fair,
the
I
only thing
guess,
that I
but-
dislike. Oh, sorry. The only thing I dislike about Boomtown is the fact that it can get like really head glitchy. But
Yeah, at least it's not Colony.
Yeah, it's not Colony.
So I wouldn't. The thing is, like personally, I would put it in. I would keep it in A tier, but I wouldn't put it above Angel City and Colony. But I'm also not going to argue with it because Angel City and Colony have been mistreating me for like the past week. So
Yeah,
you can put Boomtown above them.
I used to love Colony until I played one game of Pugs on it.
it
It is so
Yeah.
fucking cancer.
is so
head
bad,
glitchy.
dude.
In Pub,
R101 Head Glitch City. It's so bad.
delete that shit.
So I think Colony is in the same tier as like Angel City, and
Angel
for
City,
the same
definitely.
reason. It's like such a fun map to move on and play, like how Titanfall, quote unquote, should be played. I think the problem is just the fact that
left.
camping is rewarded in this game.
Yeah.
So I think that A tier. I think it's A tier because it's like S tier 80% of the time, and 20% of the time it makes me want to uninstall the game.
Yeah.
It also has a slightly worse camping spot in Church Tower. So
Yeah, it's still
Angel City for that, too.
insanely counterable, so I don't really mind it. Like, just
Mhm.
equip
I mean,
the
yeah,
EPG, and they're dead.
Like literally almost any of the grenadier weapons. Throw a grenade up there, like any of the grenades, and
Yeah,
you're
so
good. All right, complex.
Complex is F tier.
F tier.
F tier.
Titan spawn camp central, and in PvP it's head glitch central. Nothing about the map is
The
fun.
thing
it
with
looks like
the
shit.
thing with
It's aesthetically
complex
gross.
is it becomes so much worse in PvP because of just the dome. Like
Yeah,
if
the
you
dome-
get stuck in the dome,
Spawn
you
isn't
just
even, like,
get
a bad spawn map,
fucked.
It's just awful.
yeah, you
Yeah,
just
no.
it's so bad.
I will
Yeah,
say though, it is a Scorch enabler. It is a Scorch.
It is the only map in the game that
It's
makes
fast.
Scorch viable.
Yeah, it's a map so bad it makes Scorch viable. That's like a good way to
Without
describe
tempered
it.
plating as well. Without tempered plating as well.
Yeah, without templating. All right,
yeah.
crash site.
Crash Site is F tier. It's a terrible map. Again,
Yeah.
same
Worse than
reason.
Complex.
Just Titan spawn camp central, and when it's PvP, it's head glitch central. It's really hard to move on, even if you've like goat tier movement. It's like it again. It also
geometry
just
is
doesn't
designed to
look
fuck
very
you up.
good. It just kind of is like a forest planet, but it like looks worse than Colony and fucking and Meadow and what's the other forest one? Fuck, I'm just like
Exa?
Relic.
Relic.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, fuck
Well,
yeah.
Relic and Colony are the same planet, but yeah.
Yeah, they are the same planet. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't look very good. It plays horribly. Like, nothing about the map is redeeming at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually never played this map. I don't think.
Okay.
Actually, I played it once when we did
This
that
one?
Deck.
100 HP
Oh.
dice
I think
roll.
Deck is.
I love Deck. Deck is good.
I'm not
B
super
tier.
opinionated on it. You can put it wherever
I'd
you want.
say honestly, I'd put it in C. In my opinion. So
Yeah, I would have put
don't
it
like-
C, but I'm not gonna argue where it's at. I think it's fun. I think the thing that it does better than almost every other live fire map is that there's like only one spot where you can sort of charge rifle head glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas on the rest of them, it's just like if you're in a lobby full of good players, they're just gonna charge rifle head glitch and ruin the match. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that I think that it's like I think it's B tier just by virtue of that. But in terms of how it plays otherwise, it's like just kind of eh.
I don't like him. Just like the big building in the middle cuts in the flow of melee combat. I will say.
Yeah, it's like
with
really
movement.
close quarters and clunky, but I honestly kind of like that about it. Like it's like unapologetically ass, and it's kind of beautiful for it.
Yeah, and it also has the big open. It also has the big open areas, which are fun to fight in.
Yeah, it's like an S tier private match map. But
Oh,
like,
yeah,
some
absolutely.
maps, it's like C or B.
Yeah.
People blink.
I think Dry
Or
Dock
I'm
is
not
D
gonna-
tier.
D tier? Really?
So let me
This spawn
justify why.
trap. This spawn
So-
trap.
Oh,
so
yeah, no.
Let me justify why. So it is a C tier map if they remove the back of the map spawn camp spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is like the most enjoyable that a purely close range map Titanfall map can be for me. But I think the problem just really lies with that spawn trap, man. It's so bad.
Yeah. If they cut off like that entire back end, if they cut off that entire back end of the map, like leave it like keep the wall there, and it's just oh, absolutely.
Because like if you more alpha players in that dry dock spawn, then I would care to admit or be able to count.
That is why your KD is forever. That's why your KD is forever banished to beneath 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, just another Pulse Blade that just fucks that spawn.
Yeah, Pulse Blade ruins that map as well.
Eden,
Eden is such a hard map to tier out because this used to be my favorite map, but it's like the more I play it, the less I like it. I think that the first like 2 minutes of Eden are fun when everyone's like shitting on each other like around the middle of the map.
I think that Eden is good on PvP, but once there's Titans, it just becomes worse. I mean, that's literally every single map, but
think even on PvP though, what I was going to say was like
once people get more spread out,
is that the map it like spreads out and everything is divided by the 3-lane building separation. So it's like it's one of those maps where I feel like I'm either getting shot in the back constantly or I'm just like not finding as many people. There's a reason like in montages you don't see a lot of Eden clips because like it's just not like made for I guess like ridiculously fast movement multi kills. I'd put it B tier. I still like it.
You're also gonna get DMR camped on mono.
Yeah. DMR G2 camped.
Yeah. So I think it's a B tier map, but I think B tier's fine.
I'm conflicted on EXO. Like I want to say it's an 8. Sometimes I can't find anybody, and then it feels terrible to play on.
EXO is like the map where like I have the biggest issue with just like the game feeling like R6 because it's like it's played for refrags so much, like even in public lobbies it's like I get a kill then someone shoots me in the back, then I get a kill then someone shoots me in the back, and it's like it's fun and I would put it B tier, but it's one of those maps like Angel City and Colony where like a majority of the time I'm having a blast and some of the times I want to punch a hole through my monitor.
That is fair. You also, once again,
I think you could put it B tier. I think it goes B tier. I don't think it's better than Angel City or
better
Colony.
than Blackwater though.
Yeah,
better than Blackwater. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Eden's better than Blackwater. But that's
that's fair.
I don't know. I like Blackwater more than Eden. I think they're basically interchangeable.
Forward base is C tier.
C tier? Yeah.
It's just like it's like the map that is the biggest example of like grapple is really not balanced. Like you just go from one side of the map to the other like with it's not even like you don't even need to be decent at grappling to do that. Yeah. Like I picked up grapple for the first time in years and just like flew across the map in a second.
Yeah, on a really dog shit not only route but also grapple, I started in my spawn and then brought the flag back in under 18 seconds.
Yeah, so, it's
you could probably do a 10-second cap with back and forth with grapple on that map. Like it's yeah.
In fact, I have a video on my YouTube showing why grapple is banned, and you want to guess what map it's on?
probably forward base.
Also, it is the map with like the least places to hide from Titans. So like it's not the worst Titan spawn camp map. Like I'd rather get Titan spawn camped on forward base than crash site or not colony. Jesus,
complex.
I'm blanking on complex. Yeah, complex. But it like, dude, the second you're playing against a stack and they all drop their Titans at the same time, I just leave the match. Like I'm not playing that shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's really bad.
Map. Glitch is a perfect map.
Glitch is like the perfect FPS map. It's beautiful aesthetically. It looks great. It plays great. It caters to the movement. It shuts down camping. Insanely fun CTF. Insanely fun amped hardpoint. Insanely fun bounty hunt. It's like how I described Angel City, where like it rewards good pilots and Titans and makes the gameplay between them way more balanced than it is in other maps. I think I think it's a perfect map. Like I don't think. I think the only thing you could fix about it is that there's certain walls that like I feel like are harder to wall kick off of. Like the geometry of them is fucked up. But besides that, it's a. Oh, also the blue spawn. The blue spawn needs to be fixed.
Oh, blue
Yeah,
spawn.
that spawn is like a top 5 worst spawn campy spawn. I've gotten like so many like 8-man megas in that spawn. It's
I will say another thing about glitch. This is just not going to affect most people, but in pugs there is too much dead space in the actual bases where the flags are.
Oh yeah,
there's too
100%.
much dead space. Other than that, it's a perfect map for.
Yeah, I think I stand behind what I said. I think it's a perfect.
This is
FPS
the
map.
best map ever made in the history of gaming, and I don't think anything will ever change that.
Yeah, you just can't beat glitch. I think the only way you could make glitch better is if you just kind of made it look
Fixed
cooler.
it.
But even then, it already
Yeah.
looks so perfect. Like it's so good.
I'm playing on it right now, and I'm enjoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
dude.
another thing that it does so well is it caters to every single like not every playstyle. Like I said, camping isn't as valid on it, but like it caters to every weapon
Thankfully.
class. Like I can play with an LMG on this map. I can play with SMG, grenadier, sniper rifle, like shotgun. It's just so perfect. Yeah. Glitch can have.
We should name this name this video a love letter to glitch.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask me, you guys know me. I don't really complain much about maps. I don't really feel much about maps. But if I had to decide my best map, it's gonna be glitch.
Instead,
One thing.
E tier.
No, I think Homestead's D tier. So let me explain why, because a Luminary never understands why. So I think the biggest thing is like you know how you were talking about dead space on
That is fair. That is completely
so
fair.
it has the worst dead space of any map, and it caters so like there are so many camping spots. And so, in theory, right, in like a match full of projectile and like SMG players, the map is fun. Like the map is like it caters. Like if you're really good at movement, you will do really well on this map. But it caters too much to camping. I don't like either of the flag spots. I don't think they're fun to attack.
The flag spots are not great. They're not great.
Yeah, I think the silo in the middle is like. I think, you know, in the words of our boy Donnie, I think we should build a wall through the middle of the map or something similar, just to like have a big line of buildings. Like I think the silo.
Pay for it.
I think the map just is too open and it caters too much to DMR, G2 camping, Spitfire camping, charge.
You also need to chop off. You need to chop off all the field. You need to chop off both forests and fields because you're just gonna get North Stars and Monarchs sitting back there.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to
it's just it's Titan camping. It's so.
I got my.
It looks really good. I think it's like honestly like one of my favorite Frontier
very
Defense
aesthetically
maps.
pleasing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very aesthetic. It's like almost.
Frontier Defense is dog shit on it.
It's okay in the easier mode.
It's
I don't play
okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's except for on the harder modes, the final wave is 35 nuke titans.
Yeah. So one thing I want to say about it, right, is like this is gonna sound really corny, but it's just like a homey map. Like it's like such a chill map. Like it looks so aesthetically pleasing and like what's the word? Just like calming, which is a really weird thing to say about a video game map. But like besides glitch, if you could give me one less, real quick, if so, like when the servers get shut down, right? If you could give me one last map to slide hop across for the last time, I would choose glitch in an instant. But Homestead would be my second choice because I think that map's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, even when this game gets shut down, I'm just gonna be ratting on PvP servers on Northstar.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm never quitting this game.
I'm gonna be fucking 70 and playing this game.
Dude, we're playing this. We're playing Pugs in the retirement home, bro.
What were you gonna say, Ditto?
Yeah. Meadow. Let's steer out Meadow now.
No, I want to hear what Ditto had to say before you
sorry,
rudely interrupted him.
Sorry. What'd you say?
Ditto, what were you trying to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say we should move on to Meadow now.
Not you, Ditto. You were trying to say something earlier.
I'm so stupid.
Oh man, I can't remember now.
My bad. I didn't hear him like dead ass. I didn't hear him, but that's my fault.
Yeah, you can't hear anything over Krabby's incessant talking.
Dude, I have so much to say about this game. Dude.
has been playing it the longest.
Y'all should not have asked me to be able to talk about this game. I just close my mouth. When someone, the second someone like instant talks about this game at all in public, I'm like 30 minutes later.
Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2.
This game ruined my social skills, bro.
This game is Krabby's.
I mean, you literally saw it ruin my social skills with Ditto like 15 seconds ago, bro. Like,
This game has ruined my life. I love
Yeah.
it's so good. I let it ruin my life.
It has definitely gotten me closer to a heart attack.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all saw it give me a heart attack the other like a month ago. So.
That one time.
Yeah, no, this game's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready for Meadow?
I believe so.
I think Meadow's B tier. I think it's
Nah.
very much in the lane of like Homestead, Angel City, and Colony, where if someone's head glitching on one of the roofs, it's the least fun map in the game. But if everyone's moving around, it's so fun to use projectile weapons on. It moves so well. It looks so good. It's like it's beautiful. I love that map, but I hate that map at the same time. I think it's B tier.
I'd say either bottom of B or top of C because of its terrible geometry. It shares the same geometry. Crash site.
Yeah,
Really hard
I think it's B. I think it's bottom of. I think it's above deck.
Yeah, I agree with above deck. But
I think Relic is C tier. I think
No.
Relic is really. So let me explain why I think it's C tier. I think it's like the best map in the game to use projectile weapons on, at least in terms of like Mastiff.
the one problem with Relic is that the inside of the ship exists.
Yeah,
I disagree. I think the inside of the ship is really fun. I think the problem with it is that A, it's kind of dull, like it's not a very interesting to look at, and B, in map. I think B, it also like suffers from like some pretty bad Titan spawn camping. I think like there are places to hide, but nowhere really good to peek out of. Like this is like the map that makes me hate Ronin as much as I do. Like Ronin, just you're either getting sword blocked out of your damage or you're getting lead walled in the face. I think, yeah, I think it's C tier, but if you want to put it in D tier, I won't argue. I think it's moderately fun and like I think it's like a B tier PvP map because there's not a lot of camping on it, and I think that it's like any shotgun on that map is insanely fun, but yeah, it's all right. So you can put it in D tier, but I'd put it in C.
I will say it has the coolest grapple cap lineup.
Yeah, it also is really
the coolest and also the gayest.
Gayest, yeah. Delete the top of the ship. Problems fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
just put an invisible wall there.
In our war games, I think that it's like, I think it's like a, I'd move it a tier above where it is now. But honestly, it's like so easy to kill grapple cappers on this map. If you have one person that's on the opposite side with anything like charge rifle, like I have like 3 clips of me killing grapple cappers with Kraber, and I don't use Kraber on that map. That is like every time I've had Kraber on CTF on Relic, I've killed a grapple capper. Like it's, I think it's C tier, but that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I just do not enjoy that map at all.
All right, let's talk about Relic. Relic is like glitched.
Relic? This is
Rise.
Oh, Rise. Shit, Rise. Rise is glitched from hell. It's like everything I said, but opposite. It looks like shit. It plays like shit. It's awful for Titans. It's awful for pilots. It caters to every style of play, but only in certain parts of the map. So there's just like always a DMR dude in the tubes. There's always a car sweat running around the middle. There's always like an AR camper on the other side of the map that's not tubes, that's open. Like it's like it has 2 trappable spawns. Every Titan just booty blasts you when you're a pilot. It's so bad. I hate this map. I think I hate it more than Crash Site. I think I'd rather play on Crash Site.
I'd rather play on Crash Site and Complex and Relic all at the same time than play on Rise. I leave every single Rise game I play unless I'm playing against you guys.
Yeah, it's unplayable. I don't think there's anything redeeming about this map besides the fact that grapples spawn on it.
Yeah. All right. Stacks. S tier.
I don't think the Stacks is above Angel City. I think Stacks is the exact same as Angel City and Colony. I think that it has the exact same problems and upsides. I think it's insanely fun to have fun on, but I think that the second
the one thing with Stacks is that there's no Titans.
Yeah, but so the thing that I don't like about... Oh, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so the thing I don't like about stacks is like there are literally boxes that you cannot tell me that this is not the case. Were made to have AWOL put on them. It is it is like so campy. Also, the frag spam on this map is like none other. The amount of times I die to Jimmy Timmy, who watches Iniquity all day and just threw a random frag grenade in my general direction and killed me, actually makes me want to do things I cannot say on YouTube to my desk.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
will
just,
say,
it's I just think it's the same as Homestead. Like what I said, it's either really fun or really not fun, and there's no in between.
yeah, I will say, as someone who has done a couple 1v1s on this map, it's very easy to spawn trap.
Yeah.
In
Also,
specifically
yeah,
1v1 or 2v2, it's super easy to spawn trap. Head glitching is also a problem.
yeah,
You are at a disadvantage for abusing the movement system on this map. Unfortunately, it is a good
yeah.
map, but if you move up top, you're gonna get head glitched on and lose. So,
Yeah, I think it's a really good map if like everyone's using like a Kraber, a movement Kraber, or like a softball. But I think
oh yeah,
AWOL and Gravity Star and frags being in the game and just like head glitching being a video game thing just like makes the map
Yeah.
not S tier. It's an S tier map if you're having fun. It's like a B tier map if you're
Yeah.
playing the actual game.
All right, Township.
I think Township is S tier. I think Township.
You can't just.
I think Township, like, I think what's so perfect about it is that there are camping spots, but none of them are broken. I think it's better than Stacks at least. I think what makes Township so good is like the movement on it is so fun. It looks really good. It's like aesthetically pleasing. I think that the map, is another map that caters well to every single playstyle in the game, minus camping.
The roofs, literally, the roofs at spawn are so incredibly good for camping.
But the thing is, you can just shoot them back. Like in terms of like
AWOL
with camping on like Homestead is that you're at a disadvantage because you don't always know where they are and they're harder to see and harder to shoot. It's not a roof that's slanted like outwards. Like they're not able to peek above it. Like they're standing on a roof. You can see as much of them as they can of you, if not more. Like I feel like it's so easy to kill anyone camping up there with any of the snipers or a charge rifle or even a grenadier. Like I think it's like the easiest map to counter camping on.
Yeah. My biggest complaint with this map is the shit spawns, specifically on live fire. I hate them. Just having a giant fucking house in front of you is a terrible decision on a movement shooter, especially when everyone's using stim or even.
All you do is just press the stim button and then jump on the other wall kick to the other wall kick again, and then fly across the map. So I don't know. I don't have an issue with it. I think it's actually a really good spawn because you can't just off rip get killed by a frag grenade like you can in like Stacks.
That's fair.
So I think it's the best live fire map in the game by a considerable margin, both for the actual game and for private matches. But if you want to leave it A tier, that's fine. I'd put it S.
In my opinion, it is better than Stacks, but it's not better enough to be in a tier above it.
Actually, one thing I will say that definitely justifies it being below, S tier, even as someone who enjoys it as much as like an S tier map, is that the windows are like it's hard to describe what happens in those windows. It's like people play R6 in those windows. Like I'm just like flying across the map and I kill one guy with the Kraber, and then I like flip to the roof and I kill another guy with the Kraber, and then Timmy McGee has like a Spitfire in that window and he's been just stroking his meat until he heard his second teammate die, and then I get shot from the most fuck ass angle and die. So that part about that map annoys the shit out of me, is like how many like doorways and fucking windows there are to like peek out of. I think it's like kind of ridiculous. It's also a really frag spammy map, so I think it's fine being an A tier, but I'd put it S.
All right, Traffic.
Traffic is COD slop. Fuck that map.
Traffic could go below this tier list, and I would be fine with that.
Yeah. So I think
just don't even put it on. Just don't even put it on. Just
yeah. I think the indicator that this is such a bad map is that like the fact that I instantly equip the DMR when I go on this map is a sign of how bad it is. It's like everything about live fire that sucks turned up to 1000. Like dude, holy shit, fuck this map.
UMA is also terrible.
UMA is E.
Uma's
E.
Alpha
So
stack.
I think the thing.
Okay, no, you're right.
What do you say?
Alpha stack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But so it's like everything that I hate in this game, besides controller aim assist, is like so abusable on this map. Gravity Star can just cover entire entries to like a place. Like,
if you spawn in the
grenades.
direction that if you spawn on this side that this picture is taken from, you just have a better spawn than the other side because you can get into mid faster,
Yeah.
and then just throw a grav star in one of the only viable entrances into that area.
I think the biggest thing is like also AWOL. You just throw AWOL into a window, and then they literally cannot hit you back because of the geometry of the map, and they can see so much. It's just like every time I'm on it, all of my deaths are SMG, Gravity Star, Frag Grenade, AWOL, and I don't die to anything else on that map. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but yeah. I think the map's terrible, but it's fun in private matches. So it puts it a tier above because like traffic isn't even fun in a private match.
No,
It's just garbage.
it's just
Graphics,
bad.
So
They delete that shit, please.
yeah, no, respawn. Please delete traffic from the game.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, everything in F as well.
Nerf controller, please.
Oh, please. On
Give
PC.
me 20%. Yeah, on PC.
On Minecraft.
All right. War games. I think War games is A tier.
I can agree to that. My biggest problem with this map is those big fucking like window panels that split the map in two.
Yeah.
That area is awful to play. Oh, sorry.
Like I said, what's the words I'm looking for? It ruins the pace of pilot combat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like there's so many.
Hard to rotate.
The map is beautiful and functions well with the movement system, but like I will have the coolest engagement of my life in like the middle of the map or like the upper middle of the map, and then I will turn the corner and get killed by a Spitfire, and just want to close the game. Like it's like I really like how the map plays, and I think if they nerfed controller aim assist and the Spitfire, I think this would be an S tier map. But the amount of times I've just like been flying across the map and then it's like boom Spitfire dead, boom Spitfire dead, boom Spitfire dead. Like it's so ridiculous. And I think another thing that I love about this map is like what I've said about other maps is like it's a map that caters well to every playstyle in the game.
Yeah.
Which makes it so fun to play. It's like you can run any class of weapon on this gun, and like obviously you can do this well on any map, but like you can run any class of gun and have insane amounts of fun on this map.
Absolutely.
I don't have like a go-to class or anything for that map, so I think
War Games that's a bad camping spot though. Right, like in the smack dab middle picture.
Yeah.
War Games is also just beautiful as fuck. Like
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Ordinance time.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Don't get crabby started.
Oh no. I think there's 3 tiers. I think there's good, bad, and fuck you if you use this. I don't think there's like an SA. I think we all know what goes in every single tier.
Yeah, it's pretty undeniable. If you say frags are hard to use, please do not reproduce.
You're ruining the gene pool.
Just please don't.
No,
okay.
So
here we go. Here we go.
You can make an ordinance tier list because I think every single ordinance is very good except for E-smoke. So I think this really goes down to like what I said. So E-smoke is garbage. Just put E-smoke in the garbage tier.
Yeah, they need to the funny way they can fix it.
It's so hard to make E-smoke work.
So
yeah, they can fix E-smoke by reducing the time between damage ticks.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually
time between damage ticks and the time it takes to go off, and it's like a good thing, but it's ass.
That's what they've done on bugs.
Yeah. So Arcanades, Satchels, and Firestar are good fun, and then Gravity Star and Frag Grenades literally actively make the game worse by being in it.
The only reason Grav Stars are even semi-acceptable to even see in a good player's ordnance slot is Grav Boosts.
Yeah.
If you're not Grav boosting with them, I hate you. Please.
Yeah. So I think the fact that they not only stop you from moving, but just invalidate projectile weapons is so gross. Like, what? I don't know what was going through their minds when they made this game to like be like, yeah, we're just going to have something that makes the person inside of this unable to play. But
Yeah.
it's disgusting. I don't think this ever. I think that you either just insanely nerf this thing so you can only grab boost with it and like trap people at the very center, or you just remove it from the game, because I don't think there's any way to make it balanced.
Yeah.
I think a good way
to right.
I think a good way to make it less cringe is keep how it normally works, but only if you stick someone with it.
Yeah.
I think that either you stick them or they run through the center, because
Yeah.
I think if they run through the center, that's just their fault. Like I've seen a lot of like bad players be like, if you run into Gravstar, that's your fault. It's like, no, it's not. The thing has a fucking radius of like a tactical. No, not a tactical.
It's not the same as frags.
Yeah, and also I think another thing about them that makes them less annoying than frags is like there's so many ways to get out of them if you know movement tech. Like there's still like a lot of the time will instantly pull you in, but there are certain times where if you like crouch spam at the right time, or you like strafe in the right directions, you can not get trapped in it. But...
And I mean, if you're running grapple, you can just leave. Grapple and phase, you can just leave.
I don't like the fact that there are two tacticals that just invalidate it. So like if you're not running them, you just have to die to Gravity Star.
I mean, if you're running,
way to counter a Gravity Star,
phase rewind.
Have a hit scan weapon, or just be really good at the Kraber, because the other projectile weapons are literally unusable in it, which is so crazy to me.
Unironically, this is actually a really funny thing.
The whole time while you guys are talking.
Holy shit! Nice job, Ditto.
Hell yeah, dude.
They're not particularly good, but I mean, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I really missed using real guns, man.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. We need to switch around the Satchel Firestar. This is an NE, probably, right?
Oh well, yeah. Arc.
There you go.
I mean, yeah. Arc goes to the.
Yeah.
So are we talking about how good they are or how fun they are? Because Firestar is more fun, but
good.
Satchel is like definitely better.
Satchel are better. Just because of like Titan damage, especially.
Yeah, Titan damage, area control,
and movement tech.
Yeah, movement tech.
For the small population who is very autistic.
And crazy enough to even do it, considering it damages you.
Yeah. But,
yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Are there any changes besides deleting the Spitfire?
Delete respawn.
Yeah, this game is not balanced well. It's never been balanced. This game is shit. Don't play it. It'll consume your life. It's on sale right now for $3.
Or, you know, do buy it because it's really fun, and I'm not addicted at all. I'm not addicted at all. I'm not addicted at all.
Not addicted to this game, please.
Let me know. Bro, Respawn has me in the basement. I'm in Respawn's basement.
Dude, if this game was more popular, there would be a rehab for it. They would just make you. They would make you go to therapy sessions just to play Black Ops 3, so you could like still move fast.
Yeah, we need someone to jinxify this game, dude.
Yeah, for real.
I'm begging you. On an unrelated note, follow Krabby Potato 76 on Twitch.
Yeah.
We can link all of our shit in the description.